Today on Underground Oddities, the first video of the year. Happy New Year. How's everyone's New Year's resolutions going? Mine's going fantastically. All right, let's just get into this. This is my top 50 favorite albums of 2022. What an amazing year. Amazing year for music. This video, I'm gonna try and get through it kind of quickly. Let's turn the speed up 1.2, times speed or whatever. I don't want this video to be an hour long. Let's just quickly list some cool albums. I'll talk about some of them more in depth. Let's just get it done. It's February. At least I wait till the year's over. YouTubers, they got their stuff done in like early December. They don't want to wait. They don't want to wait for the year to be over. December 11th or 13th. That's the last day of the year. But yeah, this list is just stacked with tons of talented individuals. All 50 placements are great. Let's just jump into this list. At number 50, sitting at the end of this list, is Janaska, Sitting at the End of the World. Heavy, noisy, glitchy experience from the most elusive former member of Spider Gang. Hypnopompeia, I think that's how that's pronounced, is anyway, that's my favorite track on this album. At number 49, we got Cloud Spires by E-Death, formerly known as Edith Underground. Lots of atmospheric bops on this with vocal chops. Love this thing. Next on the list is Haunted Mound's very own Hackle with Gunsmith, the mixtape. That first track,
let's go, is
insane. That song is insane. The video, that video is so cool. I love that, like the simulated slow motion where they more frame. Anyway, I'm getting into nerdy technical. It just looks cool. Fuck all the technical talk. It looks cool as shit. That song goes so hard. Hackle's mixtape, great. I mean, look at that cover. Just look at this cover. Dude's gunsmithing. It's fucking sick. At number 47, we got Vices by Wayland. Slipping Into the Void, one of the most listened to songs for me last year. That shit is just hypnotic. I love the nostalgic production all over this thing. This one just sends me back to a time where I didn't exist yet. Ooh, I love that new wave. I love it. I need it in my life. Synth wave, new wave, all the 80s waves. I like it. At number 46, we got Drawn and Quartered Flip Mix by, I don't know how to say this, James Gorsiza. I'm just gonna put his name right here. Sorry, I don't know how to say that. Just slappers all around on this thing. We got help from other artists, including Crime Wave, Corpse, and my brother, the fucking legend, Skotsker. I fucking love you, Skotsker. Skotsker. Is it Skotsker? Is it Skotsker? You're my brother. I see you uploading those beats, man. I listen to every single fucking one of them. Multiple times, a lot of them. It blows my mind that this dude does not have more views going in. I don't want to go off on a tangent here, but yeah, Skotsker's the Goatsker. Infinite eternal fucking shoutouts to Skotsker. Listen to the track Johnny Test at full volume. Listen to the track Lockdown at full volume. Listen to this whole album at full volume. Underground Oddities is not responsible for any ear or headphone damage that may occur if you listen to this at full volume. Next on the list is a title that made me sweat a little bit when I saw it. Spider Gang is Over by Spider Gang. This is a Goliath of a project. I mean, this thing clocks in at 1 hour and 43 minutes, but it's just chocked full of heaters. That intro track is one of the best posse cuts I've ever heard in my fucking life. That fucking song is great. I love that song. At number 44, we got some super smooth vaporwave from Auragraph with Reflection Plane. Contrast, my favorite song on this one. Escapism is really, really good too. At number 43, we have A Boy Named Hexed by 999 Heartache Sableye. It's a bit of a mouthful of a name, but great artist. Honestly, now that, here's the thing. I wrote this list, I let it sit for a bit, and I'm seeing it's at number 43, and I've been listening to this album since I finalized this list, and I'm thinking, I don't know, it might rank higher now that I think about it. But understand something. These numbers, these rankings, they switch on a whim for me. So don't take the ranking too seriously here, because like I said, I'm looking at this, I'm like, fuck, 43? I mean, that first song alone, it's so good. It's just so... Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, this thing is just noisy. It's hefty with the bass. The kicks usually come flying through tons of grainy, highly textured samples that make this thing just sound so fucking noisy and messy, but in a very, 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 very good way. Number 42 is by maybe my favorite vaporwave artist, Windows 96, with the stellar Empty Hiding World. So chill, so dreamy. It's what dreams are made of. At number 41, we got Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers by the legendary West Coast artist Kung Fu Kenny, aka Kendrick Lamar. It's not my favorite Kendrick album. That'd probably be To Pimp a Butterfly or Untitled Unmastered. Look, I got that signed copy. That's him. He did that squiggly, apparently. I don't know if that's fully true, but I got it. Big Steppers is great though. There's tons of great stuff on there from Kenny. Love that album. All right, this next one's a bit of a strange pick. I'm gonna just admit right off the bat, like this isn't something you're probably gonna throw on the aux when you're in the car with your bros, but Dusk by Pulse Emitter is number 40. It's a very ambient project. Kind of reminds me of like the mid 90s. You know, like those point and click games, those point and click adventures, those CD-ROM games from back in the day. It's very nostalgic for me. At number 39 is some good old synth funk from Zach Fox. Wood Tip. Only thing on my mind. So next on the list at number 38 is ID by Akutonu. I found this when I was looking for stuff that RXK Nephew was featured on or involved in on Spotify. I was like, oh, what has he been on this year? Because I've been like very intrigued by Nephew. I don't know. He's very, very unique rapper. Total surprise to see him on an album like this. If you want to listen to like an absolute odyssey of a rap song, like something you've never heard before, listen to this 10-minute behemoth right here. I've never heard bars like this anywhere from anyone. But anyway. ID is great. It's an ethereal electronic gem. It's very underappreciated. Please check it out if you like that genre. So number 37, we have what is probably the loudest album on this list. Probably the loudest album I've ever heard. 1-800-PAIN. Their money is your money. I mean, this thing will seriously give you some brain damage if you listen to it too loudly. I'm not fucking joking. Totally chaotic industrial rap record that borders on harsh noise project. It is it's a great listen, but not to those who have sensitive hearing, because holy shit, it's absurdly loud. Like, it is just the loudest thing I've ever heard, but it's great though. Number 36 is Sick by Earl Sweatshirt. Earl's a staple in the abstract hip hop scene. 2010 is probably my favorite Earl song. Super addicting. Love that song. All right, so next up is a grimy East Coast rap project from Griselda Records. The powerful Griselda Records. Also, spoilers, not the last one on this list from them. 10 by Westside Gun. If you watch my best of the year list from last year, you'll know I love East Coast rap shit. I was raised on that. The West Coast, yes. Okay, look, I understand. The West Coast definitely has some good stuff, okay? But it doesn't compare to the East Coast, okay? Look, it's just facts. All right, at number 34 is From a Vein by Shades, Alex Perez, and Eprom. If you're a fan of wonky electronic bangers, throw on Darkwing. Listen to it loud. It's fucking repulsive. Guaranteed stank face for any fan of fat beats. At number 33 on this list is Denzel Curry's Melt My Eyes, See Your Future, specifically the extended version. This is how you fucking do a deluxe release. These cold-blooded soul versions are just I mean, like, this is top shelf, high grade jazz rap. It's stellar. Next on this list is No Thank You by Lil Sims, more like Yes Please. If you're a fan of the intricacies of rap flows and how artists can ride beats, listen to the track Gorilla and you will see that Sims is one of the best right now doing that. At number 33 is Lewis Cole's Quality Over Opinion. Funky musical madman and one half of the auditory internet anomaly Clowncore is here to drop some sweet heat with Flying Lotus's label Brain Feeder. There's a track on here featuring Sam Gendel. Sam is the other half of Clowncore, and they made a song on here called Bitches. When these two come together, it is pure Instrumental Magic. That song is a total mind exploder. All right, we're already 20 albums down, 30 more to go. So let's just blaze through even faster. Number 30, Smithereens by Joji. Glimpse of Us makes me cry. If you want to see me react to that song, watch this video. You'll see me cry. And number 29 is Tokyo Pill's Dopamine Online. Chopped up amen breaks plus atmospheric samples. Always a good combo no matter what. No matter how many times I hear it done, I love it. Tokyo is one of the best artists making atmospheric D&B, in my opinion. And number 28 is Sports and Leisure by Jeff Markey. Sample-based rap beats. Sometimes rappers rap on them. Lots of dust, dirt, and grime. It's nice. At number 27 is the noise rock record Most Normal by Gillaband. Just found this one super recently thanks to a viewer of the channel. Thanks, Kingo. That fucking song, 8 fivers that you replied to one of my tweets with is still stuck in my head and I can't get it out. But yeah, I love that song. I love that album. Backwash is great too. That video is amazing. At number 26 is Guap Sensei's Sometimes Dead is Better. This is an album that sometimes sounds like your sleep paralysis demon found your uncle's meth stash and now has the world's heaviest kitchen knife pressed up against your fucking neck. I mean, just listen to Gore Party and tell me you don't see what I'm talking about. Halfway down the list is Mono Eye by Felsius. Some really good house stuff on here, like the track The Voice. The song Gray is the highlight for me though. God, that song slaps so hard. At number 24 is Soft Kill's Canary Yellow, a great alternative post-punk record. Check it out if you like that genre. Number 23 is Theater of Cruelty by MKUltra, a very solid release from the most intergalactic wormhole fisting member of Spider Gang. Theater of Cruelty, super trippy album. The genres clashing and going back and forth here will leave your head spinning. Depressed and Entitled is fucking bonkers. Next on the list is Hush by Introversion. It's another electronic project. This time it's techno. I think it's techno. It's only 4 tracks, but man, this stuff is good. If you play racing games like Trackmania, for example, these songs are perfect for that sort of thing. Just leave that playing in the background. Heavy Heart is such an easy song to just leave on repeat and make time fly by. At number 21 is a stellar UK rap record from Lunar Sea, Most High. I mean, these beats are disgusting on this thing. His bars are clever. They're often thrown together with this like great sense of humor while still maintaining that sort of like I'll elbow you in your fucking teeth type vibe. But it's great. I love this album. Not enough people talking about this one. All right, we've entered the top 20 here. Next up is the stupendous collection of jazzy rap remixes by Kiefer Green. What's Happening to Volume 3. That Pick Up the Phone remix. That Milkshake remix. Oh, God. Fucking smooth, man. Next up is Reality Transmission Volume 1 by Pulsar 1. This is another electronic record that is so easy to leave on repeat and make an entire day go by. I did this a lot last year. I did it a lot. It just transports me to another world and I love it and I want to stay there forever. Next is Killing Nothing by Boldy James and Real Badman. More villainous boom bap. The song Game Time is so cold-blooded, amazing. At number 17 is more electronic goodness that you can just leave playing on repeat while you're gaming. I apparently did this a lot last year. I apparently loved leaving electronic stuff on repeat, while you're like grinding out quests and stuff in games. Anyway, the album is Crystalomania version 1 by Alfaxism. Fantastic. This is another one that now that I'm seeing it at like number 17, it's probably actually higher. It might even crack the top 10 for me because it's just so good, man. I just love that nostalgic sound. It's so nostalgic for me, I love it. At number 16 on this list is an album that made many music enthusiast lists for good reason, for very good reason. Ethiops by Billy Woods. One of the most highly regarded artists in the abstract hip hop scene, Billy raps in riddles, overtop some of the most interesting rap beats. I know people usually say like, oh, that's very interesting when they don't think it is. These are genuinely interesting rap beats. Like listen to Savage. That, and by the way, that's my favorite song off this album. Savage's production is just like, I don't even know how people come up with this. Like there's like some jangly keys or something being sampled and it's like this beep that keeps going, like beep. The song Wharves is really good too. Heavy Water. Man, I can't get over Savage though. I mean, that is just, there's a feature from Boldy on there. There's a feature from Gabe Nandez, who, by the way, Gabe Nandez, very underrated rapper. Been paying attention to him for a little bit. If you're a fan of rap and you're trying to listen to something that sounds a bit different, you know, that doesn't sound like every other fucking rap album, definitely check out Ethiops, because there is a lot to admire here. Next is some wild shit. Like, this is truly off the wall. What the fuck am I listening to type bangers. Parts electronic, parts heavy guitars, lots of screaming, lots of chaos. If that sounds good to you, listen to KFC MC by KFC Murder Chicks. This one is just a wild ride, so prepare yourself before you dive into this pit of hellfire. ID, Halo, Soylent, all my favorite tracks. Soylent goes so hard. Halo, I mean, yeah, the whole album is an insane listen. And at number 14, totally unintentionally, A14, Black Flamingo. This is one that I wish I did a video about, but you know, sometimes shit happens and you know. But here's some tweets. Here's some tweets I made about the album when I listened to it. You can pause the video if you want to read that real quick. It's not, you know, I don't go into super high detail here, but yeah, Black Flamingo, great listen. Very cool record. Number 13 is And Then I Woke Up by Akiba or Akiba. This artist made my list last year and I still don't know how to say their name. This is a very cool project, more atmospheric electronic stuff. Yeah, I know, I listened to a lot of that last year. I know, but it's just so good. I can't get enough. Akiba is one of the most underrated artists in that genre, in my opinion. Love this artist. Always excited to hear more. And as we near the top 10, we land at number 12. Sutter. How do you say this? How do you say this? What even is that? Suture by Kavari. Heavy, loud electronic heat out of Glasgow, Scotland. It's only 4 tracks, but it is all top-notch quality. Kavari is definitely one to watch for sure. She's done nothing but impress me so far from what I've seen. Oh yeah, I probably can't show this album cover fully uncensored, can I? Because nudity bad. But yeah, definitely a very cool musical project. Excited to hear more from Kavari. At number 11 is The Forever Story by Jid. Ever since I saw Jid's video for Never, back I don't know how many years that was, I knew he was gonna make huge waves in the rap world. His flows were insane from the start. His rhyme schemes were precise and clever, and not only is all that the same now, he's only gotten better. The Forever Story feels like a future classic. In the 90s, Biggie or Pac was the debate. I feel like in 20 years from now, they might be talking about Kendrick and Jid in the same way. The track Crack Sandwich leaves my fucking brain spinning every time I hear it. Jid's flow is a 10. It's a 10 out of 10. Speaking of 10, we're at the top 10. Finally. This is where the part of the list got super difficult for me. This was determining the order of these albums, or what even made it into the top 10, was a struggle. And at number 10, I got an album that, you know, some people might disagree with right off the bat. Because I remember when I made a video about this one, people were like, I don't know about this. Freddy's Inferno by Freddie Dredd. So yeah, I made a long ass video about this already. If you want to see me go into depth about it, that video got cut and censored a lot because it got taken down. There was like a 50-minute version of it, and now it's I think 20 something minutes or something. I had to cut out a lot of what I was reacting to, unfortunately, because copyright laws. Don't you just love copyright laws? To put it briefly, this album is just stacked with grimy, headphone busting, demonic trap beats, and then you got Freddie going through the different levels of the Inferno, rapping about all kinds of violent activities. I love his lo-fi voice. I love his rapid flows. I love these dirty ass beats. I love Pull the Trigger. I love Greed. I love violence. I'm a Freddie stan. I love Fred Sheeran. Shouts out Frederick. God damn it, dude. So this camera's dead. Batteries are dead. So now I just gotta shoot with that camera. I'm not gonna wait around for this thing to charge. As much as I love using this beast. It's ironic we get to the highest quality part of the list and I gotta use the lower quality camera for the rest of this video. Oh well. Alright, so number 9, maybe kind of a surprise to some of you knowing what kind of music I tend to make videos about or listen to. but there is no denying the absolute beauty of this dark and reverberated slow burn. Ethel Cain's stunning record, Preacher's Daughter. I fucking love this album. A House in Nebraska is remarkable. Ethel Cain's voice is devastatingly good all over this thing. It destroys me. The emotion, the bittersweet ethereal feeling all over this project just hits you right in your fucking heart. What a record. I gotta get a CD copy of this if that's possible. This one might even climb higher also, now that I think about it, because personally, like, the more I hear it, the more I like it. It's just, fuck. At number 8 is the colorful and digital world of Yami Online with Friday Night Basement Volume 2. Glittery textures, colorful kicks that will turn your fucking car's subwoofer into a nuclear weapon. The entire Yami Online project takes heavy hitting trap beats and just decides to make them cute. The world that they created with this fully digital artist is so likable. I love the atmosphere. Like, I love that some little synthetic Vocaloid voice is rapping some gangster shit at me, you know, over some Hamtaro chibi type beats. It's such a unique experience diving into the world of Yami Online, like the whole like ocean world, Doom Deco world. It's so colorful, it's so refreshing. Away is not only my favorite song on this album, it's probably my favorite Yami song in general. Very nice record. At number 7 is the highest ranked Griselda record of 2022 in my opinion. I love this album. It goes so fucking hard, dude. This is the prime East Coast rap record of the year for me. This is top notch. Kiss the Ring by Rome Streets. If you are a fan of raw, cold-blooded, violent boom bap, it's just a must listen. Okay, we got appearances from Conway, Boldy, Benny the Butcher, West Side Gun. This album is so fucking good. So fire. At number 6, we have an album from an artist who I see becoming hugely influential in the underground in the not too distant future. This is an artist that defies genre. This is an artist that defies musical rules and creates completely from within his own lane. Our Bones Are Artifacts by Gao the Arsonist. This album is such a unique listening experience. I don't even know how to begin to explain this thing. It's full of esoteric lyrics. It's full of instrumentals that fill me with complete euphoria because they sound so otherworldly. Instead of me trying to find a way to explain this record, let me just read you the description real quick. Written by Gao himself, according to Genius. I don't know how true this is, but this is what it says on Genius. Okay, let me just read this to you real quick. Our Bones Are Artifacts is an exploration of the internet and the culture that we've built around it. The project marries ancient myths and legends with futuristic sci-fi aesthetics, painting a vivid dystopian reflection of our technological world. Fuck yeah, dude. Like, I see Gao becoming as influential as like Tyler the Creator one day. But instead of sunshine and flowers and bumblebees, we got electronic cables coming out of arms and sludge bubbling up from the abyss. Hollow Man is my favorite off this album. The images that it evokes in my brain when I listen to it are just insane. I see some Tetsuo the Iron Man shit happening in a music video for this. I daydream about it constantly. It's the type of music that will cause an overwhelming urge to create in other creatives, you know what I'm talking about? Like, that's this for me. If you're watching this, Gao, I not only do I want a music video for this song so bad, I'd love to own a CD copy of this album one day. So please, can you make that happen? Because I want to put your CD right up here on this wall beside all these great albums, because Our Bones Are Artifacts is a great fucking album. At number 5 is an album that I found very recently while looking through all the albums that I missed throughout the year. And wow, did I fall in love with this thing very quickly. Body and Will by Kumo99. A relatively unknown record for the most part. I don't see many people talking about this thing. You know, I gotta say, I'm kind of upset that this album is like relatively unknown, because it's a fucking masterpiece. Parts jungle, parts techno, parts breakbeat, all with Japanese vocals over top by Amy Komai. I hope I'm saying that right. Like, when I listen to her voice, I don't know what she's saying, but this thing fucking slaps, man. Like, it just goes so hard. The production by Nate Donmeyer. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that either. I don't know how to pronounce names, man. I might just start getting an AI to pronounce names for me in my voice so that I can't be blamed for mispronunciation. But anyways, the production by Nate is just addictive and filled with pure energy. I could hear almost all these songs on a soundtrack for a high-octane arcade racing game, especially Dow Bones. That song is so fucking good. Like it reminds me of like The Prodigy, Firestarter, but with a Japanese woman spitting some fucking heat over it. Man, that song is so good. I fucking love that song. I also really love the You track. Amy has a bit more of a reserved delivery this time, but Nate just goes insane on the production with these like elastic, rubbery sounding bass heavy synths. I don't know what the exact terminology, maybe these are like plucks. I don't know, I'm not a learned technical music person. The sounds here are just crazy. I may not know the terminology, but I know heat when I hear it, and this is scorching. This album's a no skips. 10 out of 10. I want a CD copy of this one too, but I checked their Bandcamp and apparently they don't ship to Canada. What the fuck is that about, huh? What's up? You know people live up here, right? Fuck, I wish I had that, man. Man, this album is so good. I feel like I've said that so many times, but it's true. All 50 of these albums are just so good. All right, number 4 on this list is Level Select by Pizza Hotline. Of all the atmospheric electronic records I left on repeat this year, Level Select by far was my favorite. This thing is so nostalgic. I could listen to it endlessly, and it's only 9 tracks. I found this musical project fairly late into the year, like around October, I think it was about October, and from there Pizza Hotline became my second most listened to artist of 2022 according to my Spotify Wrapped. Now keep in mind that they do these in November. That's how fucking much I was listening to Level Select. I love it to death. I love this album. I've listened to it so many times and I do not get tired of it. I just love this thing. I love it. I'm running out of ways to say album good, album great, album amazing, album masterpiece, album 10 out of 10, album really good, album I want CD copy of album. But it's true, like Pizza Hotline is so fucking good. More people should listen to this artist. Way more. All right, now we're at the top 3. These are the final 3 albums. This was so hard picking the order of this. All right, so at number 3, we got Quedeca's Lonely Haunting of a Frozen Tundra. I Didn't Mean to Haunt You. My last video I did was a full reaction to the visual album. I'm so glad I got that one on camera, because wow. What a roller coaster of emotions that was. When I first heard Fantasy World during that video, it choked me up pretty bad. But I held it together. I buried my emotions, like you're supposed to. But now on like repeat listens, it destroys me. Truly. That song never fails to make my eyes turn into rivers. Even just thinking about it, man, like, even just thinking about that song. And how can anyone deny the brilliance of Born Yesterday? Musically speaking, that song is super fucking impressive. It is so catchy. Every single day since I've heard that song, at least once a day, my brain just decides, I think you're goddamn lying. I just hear that in my brain, sometimes multiple times a day. And like toward the end of that song, when he's yelling about all the little things he should have said out loud, it's just instant goosebumps material. What a performance. But yeah, if you want to hear me talk more in depth about that, like way more in depth, check this video out. At number 2, I have what I think is the most underappreciated abstract slash jazzy slash sample heavy hip hop record of the year. You know, there was a lot of talk this year about Billy Woods. Understandably, I get it. But dude, where's all the praise for Man Plays the Horn by Cities of Eve? Where is it? Like, dude, what the fuck, man? Where's the love for this thing? Aviv's trademark lo-fi delivery and bars that, if I'm being totally honest with you, mostly fly over my head, okay? I'm a bit of a caveman. I don't really understand a lot of poetry. The production here is dense and lush and must have cost a fucking fortune to license all those samples. I mean, goddamn, dude, we're talking like you know, atrocity exhibition levels of sampling going on here. I'm still pissed that more people weren't talking about this thing. Where is everyone? Were you guys sleeping on this thing? Why are you doing that? Like, listen to Black Pleasure, listen to Tragedy Theater, listen to Hole. Hole was on repeat for me constantly last year. I think that might have been my most played song of last year, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was. The instrumental is just flawless. That vocal chop, god damn, dude. But yeah, Man Plays the Horn by Cities of Eve, #2 favorite album of the year. I'm just so surprised why I didn't see more people in the abstract world talking about this one. And speaking of one, we're at #1. The album of the year for me. This one may come as a surprise, okay? I'm just gonna be straight up here. There might be a small selection of you that might see this and be like, are you fucking serious, dude? But I can't deny it. It's a genre that I don't listen to a ton. It's from a mainstream artist, okay? It's a mainstream artist. Yep. But this album is a monumental modern record that undoubtedly will be seen as a masterpiece in the future era. This is like a landmark album. Mainstream Sellout by Machine Gun Kelly. Could you fucking imagine, dude? No, like, seriously, could you imagine that? Could you imagine? I think that is the... no, it's The Weeknd, Dawn FM. That's the actual pick. That is the actual masterpiece, monumental record that I'm talking about. That people probably are gonna be like, what? That's what you picked for #1? Yes, it is. Dawn FM, Dawn FM, Dawn FM. Can't get enough of this thing. This was not an album I even expected to enjoy, to be honest with you. Listen, I've known about The Weeknd since the very, very, very start because he's from the same city as me. I remember when he had barely any songs out and there was like this clip floating around of this guy staying on the street downtown singing to another guy with a video camera, you know, and I seen that and my buddy's like, look at this guy everyone's talking about, like he's gonna be huge. And then from there I heard Loft Music and I was like, okay. And then I heard What You Need and I loved that song, the original one. That was on YouTube, not the re-release where they got rid of a bunch of samples, I think. Man, that song was so good. I listened to that song a lot. And then he blew the fuck up. The Weeknd is known throughout the world now. I really, really liked those early Weeknd songs, but as he progressed, he made some stuff that I was just like, okay on. I was like, okay, like this is okay. It's okay. I liked some stuff that he did here and there. I liked Starboy. Actually, I really liked Starboy. But for the most part, I was kind of like, you know, I felt like there was more to be desired, but I was just kind of like, you know, a little burnt out on The Weeknd, if I'm being totally honest. Just a little bit burnt out. I thought at that point I've heard everything that he has to offer, but fucking hell was I so wrong. With Dawn FM, The Weeknd has found his sound. This is exactly what he needed to make, in my opinion. The Weeknd vocals on top of 80s sounding neon drenched nightclub bangers is the perfect pairing. It is perfect. The song Take My Breath is a 10 out of 10 stunner. And I'm making this prediction right fucking now. When Rockstar Games decides to tease the next Grand Theft Auto game, Grand Theft Auto 6, they're gonna use that song in the trailer. I'm calling it right fucking now. In the reveal trailer, they're gonna play that. Just listen to that song and tell me that would not be perfect. It's literally the perfect song for that. I can so vividly see it already in my head. Like when I hear that song, I just think of the GTA type trailers that they do, the early trailers. And look, I may be wrong, but if they choose to use some other song, they're wrong. But yeah, Gasoline is fantastic. I love Jim Carrey's appearances. This whole album has such a cool aesthetic and atmosphere. I also really liked their Prime thing they did on Amazon Prime with like the live performance of the album. That was cool too. This album is just so fun to listen to. It makes you want to dance, makes you want to have some fun in a dark room. I just love this record to death, man. This is the thriller of our generation. It just is. I'm calling it. People might think I'm crazy, but I know I'm right. It's The Weeknd experimenting with new sounds, and it's The Weeknd at his best. I'm excited to see what he does next. I don't know if he'll top this because this is outstanding, but I'm excited to hear more for sure. This is the best album of 2022, in my opinion. I'm not saying it's the best album, objectively speaking. It's just my opinion. What's your opinion? What's your favorite album? In your opinion, what was your favorite of 2022? Comment that below. I want to know what your favorite was, okay? But yeah, that's the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you find some cool stuff to listen to here. You may not, you know, love everything you hear, but hopefully there's that one album where you're like, holy shit. Holy shit. He was right. That crazy motherfucker was right. This is some good shit, man. I don't know about the other ones he suggests. I don't know about that one. I don't know. That one was weird. Why do you even put that one on there? Why do you even do that? Is he serious with that one? Wait, he really actually liked this album? Is he fucking stupid? What the hell? Where's the other album that I liked? How come that's not on the list? Is this guy dumb? Is he brain dead? What's in that giant skull of his? A single peanut? But yeah, thanks for watching. Happy New Year. I know it's February. I know it took a while to get it out, but I had a lot of stuff to listen to, man. But I'm glad I did. Great year for music. I'm excited to hear what comes out in 2023. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. Love when you guys send me music. Send me some music on Twitter. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I will see you next time. Hopefully not in 2 months from now. Hopefully sooner than that. It's gonna be sooner than that. I don't know what I'm gonna make a video about next. Should I make a video about next?